audience. Like, I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
We ain't beefing. I don't want no smoke. It ain't no secret, they know all of us are dope. And our people need us. We can't let them fight this battle alone. We done lost some folks and we can't lose no more. So I'ma be breaking bread, making plans, building with my brothers. Breaking bread, making plans, building with my brothers. Breaking bread, making plans, building with my brothers. Breaking bread, making plans, breaking bread, making plans.
You've been lied to. You've been told that the enemy stands beside you. Your neighbor is your rival. That's what they use to divide you. But I ain't beefing with nobody that got the same problems I do. Don't always work, but I try to. I can be prideful when I often lose my cool, but I choose to commit to being better so we can eat together. Cause compared to black lives, our beef don't really matter. The day of us fighting each other is over. Wish they love my folks like they loving my culture. But we ain't even pressed, I ain't even gon' hold ya. We don't need your stamp, we co-signing our own stuff. Don't need permission, you dealing with grown-ups. And our ancestors, they told us you owe us. So we here to collect, make the check out the black crowd and no one.
We ain't beefing. I don't want no smoke. It ain't no secret, they know all of us are dope. And our people need us. We can't let them fight this battle alone. We done lost some folks and we can't lose no more.
No more.
So I'ma be breaking bread, making plans, building with my brothers. Breaking bread, making plans, building with my brothers. Breaking bread, making plans, building with my brothers. Breaking bread, making plans, breaking bread, making
Just got a call from my dog, he was sniffing. He said that he saw what he saw, but what she did. I told him that we
Live and direct, we are back. Let's go live with Lamar King. I am Lamar King, and we are live. What up with y'all? What's the good word? Oh, what's good with you? Ain't nothing. Okay then. Keep it light, Jack. Welcome to the program. We're back at it. You made it to another day. Any day above ground is a good day, so we shall rejoice in it. Good to see y'all. Welcome back to the program. If you're catching this now, that means you are catching it live. You probably just got finished watching the replay from earlier. We're going to do that. This is a new thing we're going to do every day before the show. We'll play a replay of previous content for those that missed. To get you amped about today's show, lead in. It's called a lead in. That's what they call it on TV. So today's lead in was the interview we had the other day with Extraordinary Birthdays. Awesome situation. Hope you got a lot out of it. I appreciate you for staying tuned. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast and worldwide watching. Thumbs up in the chat if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, and of course the Humor Mill app, which is something that you should have anyway. Number one source online for comedy and news, entertainment. It's a real situation. And as always, this show is broadcasting live out of the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios, and we are 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. You can become a subscriber at Patreon. Catch all the content in one place, bonus clips and full episodes in one place. Subscribe with a monthly arrangement. It's better than Netflix. How much you pay for your Netflix? I'll give you all of my content for half that. Half that. Let's make a deal. Go on over, peep the layout, the setup. It's on demand. You can get the content anytime you want. Full episodes that I don't put anywhere else. Bonus clips. Behind the scenes, all of that. The creative process. We put that in the Patreon, and it's worth every penny. 100% viewer supported. So I appreciate y'all, man, because every little bit helps. And it's all going to the production costs of this operation. For those that like to slide us a little cash, a little change, little nickels and dimes, hit me up in the Cash App. It's wide open. $ Lamont King 06. You're more than welcome. I appreciate you. I want to shout out our longtime sponsor. Is anybody ordering? Are y'all when I put this up, right? So we have, all right, let's take a pause. Let's back up. So I know that some of you know me as the radio guy. Some of you know me as the stand-up comedian guy. Some of you know me as the janitorial guy, cleaning up the church basement. It's one of my part-time jobs. Some of you may know me as many things, but this is serious business. I need to pat myself on the back right now. We've been doing this for about 9 weeks, and I literally stay up nights watching talk shows because I'm a talk show buff, and different, CNNs, the real ones, CNNs, and the entertaining ones like Trevor Noah, Stephen Colbert, all of that. Let me let y'all in something. Come get a little closer. Can you get closer? They all look like this. This is what they look like. So what you see here is what they look like. So y'all need to don't brush me off. This is a real situation. We have real sponsors who pay money to support the show. It's not just me shouting people out. So this is like a real endeavor, man. It's a full-fledged operation that's off of a big corporate, what's the word? I don't want to use plantation because that's such a negative connotation. But yeah, it's off of that. So this is fully independent, owned and operated. And so it's a real deal, man. So yeah, have you gone to visit Drunken Fruit? They're a real company with a real product, and they ship to some states. So yeah, y'all think I just be going through the motions. That's not how it be. All right. So another sponsor, one of our recent ones, is Bargain Bay Buys on Instagram, reseller, which is a popular thing, growing in popularity. You ladies may be able to come across some real good deals over there. All right. So if you want to jump in today, you Skype, go find us. Let's Go Live. You'll see my picture. You'll see Let's Go Live with an exclamation mark. And today I'm gonna open up the phone a little bit. So I'll have Mr. Clarkson, our EP, put it in the chat. Where'd it go? Oh, did I delete it? I think I deleted it. So we're gonna go with the one phone line. We have one phone line, so don't trip. Let me see. Call in. Call me now. So back to the point that I was making about while I do this. About Netflix being better. So I got caught last night again, which I often do. Netflix, they'll catch you for no reason. And I ended up watching something I thought was going to be good. The trailer had a couple recognizable. Don't call in now. I know you're looking at that, but that's the number. It's going to come back up later when we open up the phone line for rap. But I got caught watching a movie called Extinction with my man Daniel Pena. Now you know who's that? He been in a lot of stuff. You've seen it. He was in Narcos. I think season 3. He was Kiki Camarena. He's been in like a ton of joints. So when I seen him, I was like, all right, in the trailer. And then I seen the black dude from Luke Cage. I was like, all right, this should be good. But Netflix, man, the trickery, the Netflix trickery with their made for Netflix movies. A lot of them be like foreign, or you could tell they was made somewhere else, or it just be the trickery. So I watched Extinction, man, and I have to officially say, I watched it so that you don't have to. Okay, you were not missing anything. I had to add it to the list of movies that stole my time. The one right before that was The Old Guard. I watched The Old Guard so that you don't have to. All right. It just nah. Extinction. Thank you. Okay, I got a cosign. I didn't even see what was going on in the Peanut Gallery. Shout out to Peanut Gallery. John Watson from All Fun and Games on Fridays. It was super weak, and for these good actors, I was shocked at the bad acting. Now maybe it wasn't bad acting; it was more so the storyline was. And I told y'all I like time travel. I like AI. I like science fiction. I like just joints where you got to sit there and be like, I get it, right? It was halfway one of those. But then it was like, and you can still be futuristic, fantasy, fake, fraud, and still be believable. I know it's a lot to unpack, but it can still be sci-fi and then be believable. But I hate the sci-fi joints that is just unbelievable. Like, why in that moment you're being chased and you stop to hug a loved one? That's not real. That's not realistic. You're being like chased for your life. And you stop and it's like, I know, baby, I'll be here to protect you. You stop to hug your daughter. It's just not realistic. All right. So anyway, yeah, in that regard, you go over to my Patreon, half the price of Netflix per month and better content. So there's that. Also, another one of our sponsors, Vexed Graphics. They do all the graphics here. Vex Graphics. They do all the Vex Graphics. Mr. Clarkson, you can, if you could put that in there, Vexed Graphics is the IG. All right, we got a call. Let's see what time it is. Hold up. Let me add you in there, bub. Watch how I do this. I'll be so smooth with it. This is how I'm gonna do this. Watch. Y'all don't even know. All right, welcome to and see when you see the edited version, you'd be like, oh, damn, he got a whole TV operation. Welcome to the program. My man, John Watson.
Hey, real quick. Real quick. I don't want to steal my tomorrow shine.
Okay.
You talking about that trash movie, and I felt compelled
Yeah.
to comment real quick.
Listen, I'm like, click it, top 10 in America. Click it, trending. Click it, new. Click it, and I seen it show up in these categories. I was like, this joint probably gonna be tough.
I saw the name Michael Pena,
right?
And I was like, you know what? That's he has some credits. You know what I'm saying? He's on Netflix. Let me jump into this. Man, when I tell you, it's an old movie because it came out probably like almost a year and a half, 2 years ago. I saw it a while ago.
Okay, that's not too old. I can tolerate that.
It ain't new.
True.
But I was like, yeah, no. Once they flipped and you
with the reveal when they reveal, yeah.
I was like, nah, man.
Yeah. But I can tolerate the reveal because the storyline, that part of the reveal reminded me of was it Arrival?
Maybe I don't think I saw all of it.
So it had that same feel, future, past, blah blah blah. But I was like, okay, I feel that. But then the choices that they made, I'm all about choices. If the choices aren't realistic, it hurts the movie for me. Like if you go to the right, you go to the left, and then they go to the left, and you like, no one would have went to the left. Right. Are you kidding me? No, in no circumstance would anybody have gone to the left.
Nowhere near real.
And they get to the and then they go. I'll be like, no, that's not even.
I ain't gonna lie. I erased most of that movie out of my brain because it's been so long. But I just remember watching it and going, nah, man. Nah, not this one. Not this one. Not today. Y'all ain't gonna do it to me tonight. They got me on that one.
Nah, they definitely got me.
They got me on that one.
I had my glasses on and everything. I put the glasses on, the TV, the old man, because I'm an OG now. I put the glasses on to watch the movie and be watching the movie. And I was like, at the end, I'm like, it was 3:20. I was like, huh? How did they get me? Man.
Yeah. Don't do it.
You got any suggestions?
I don't even know if I can suggest the Jamie Foxx thing because it's only coming out tomorrow.
What's that?
I could tell you the name. It's a Netflix thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they're
That's
still
supposed
pumping
to
them up.
premiere tomorrow. Jamie Foxx, but it's almost like that. It seems like the same concept to that movie Limitless, where they take a pill
Oh, okay.
and it
Science
gives
fiction.
you like 5 minutes of whatever your body considers to be its superpower.
Oh, that's like crack, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Or K2.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
So whatever you gotta do, you can get busy. I don't know if your eyes turn into lasers or you get super speed or whatever it is the pill does for you.
Right.
It does it for 5 minutes, and like I don't know if he's a cop in this situation or whatever, but whatever it is, it comes out tomorrow. It seems kind of, it seemed like it'd be an Netflix joint. But again, Netflix, you rolling dice on that.
Yeah.
All
right.
This is what you're going to get. You know what I mean?
All right. I'll take it. All right. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in tomorrow. You catch me and John on Let's Go Live, All Fun and Games, the Friday edition.
I ain't gonna hug it. Get back to it.
It's all good. Appreciate you. Round of applause. Right. Yeah. So I got a cosign. So y'all, I ain't bluffing. A lot of y'all be thinking I be making stuff up. Like it was not it. It was not it for me. So yeah, but me and my coworkers today, we were talking about this though. I don't know if you pay attention, but the first week of August has passed us, right? Do you remember what was supposed to come out in the first week of August? I'll wait. We're so bombarded, we're overwhelmed with information now. Social media got us. We desensitized. We short attention span. Y'all don't remember Coming to America was supposed to come out the first week of August? What happened to Coming to America? That's a real question. I don't know. I'm wondering. The conversation right now this week actually was movie theaters are opening back up, and they're trying to figure out the best weekend because it was supposed to be this weekend. It might be next weekend, but that movie was scheduled for a theatrical release the first week of August. And I ain't heard nothing. The other peculiar thing to me is I ain't really heard no leaks about it. All-star cast, Wesley, Eddie, Arsenio, or Jermaine Fowler, product of Hyattsville, Maryland. Shout out to him. He was in Jermaine Fowler, right? So Jermaine Fowler was in Sorry to Bother You. He was like the rival to the main character. The guy, remember they was outside, man, how you doing, brother? Well, you smell good. What is that? That's Jermaine Fowler. So he's in it. Was DC Young Fly on the flyer? I can't remember, but it was somebody else. But that was supposed to drop. What happened? And I said, we was talking today. I was like, it either has to be the classicest of classics, or it must be terrible because I haven't heard anybody. The only thing we saw was about a year and a half ago. Pictures got released from on set when Will Smith went and visited Eddie and Wesley, and they said it was the Dolomite set, but they was like it might have been the Coming to America set because Wesley's in that too. So that's the only thing I heard. I haven't heard anything else. And I was making the case that it should be a Netflix movie, and Netflix should dumb out like they do with everything else. Like this is the new way people drop projects. Like Dave Chappelle at 6 a.m. Man, drop that bitch at 4 o'clock in the morning one Friday. What? Nobody's going to work. Let that joint go on Netflix. No promotion. Don't mention it. Don't hint, tease, nothing. Like a Drake album or Beyonce album. It's 4 a.m. You scrolling Netflix like me yesterday, and you see the Coming to America. Man, that joint would kill. The first 2 weeks would be killer. It's my suggestion. I don't think it's going to happen. Hey, what up, Shep Kelly? One of the toughest comics in New Orleans. She ain't from there, but that's where she at. That's the homie. Took care of me last time I was down there. Good to see you. Hope all is well. All right. I'm going to touch on some of the... Yeah, it was Coming to America set because Tracy Morgan was there in African garb. True story. So I was right. The classicest of classics. That's real. All right, so this is what I want to talk about today. Is a couple of things. So we're in a Kamdemic. I don't know if you know this, but this Kamala Harris, it's about. I'm gonna say it's about to get but it's really like an hour and a half past fucking annoying. It is annoying the amount of foolishness that's surrounding this pick. Why we can't live in a world, obviously, where a guy picks a lady as his running mate and starts campaigning, and we vote on who we like. I mean, we can't just live in a world like that. You know what I mean? It is so the censors called me the other day. I was literally about to say retarded, but I know I can't say that, so you will never hear me say retarded. It's inappropriate and it's offensive. Man, it is ludicrous how in 2020, this late in the timeline of history, we are still fascinated and flabbergasted with the prospect of a human being vice president of America just because that human has a vagina and her skin is darker. Like, we are really having this discussion on all the news. Like, is she capable? Is she ready? Is she black? Like, when in the 80s, Britain had Margaret Thatcher. Syria had what was the lady? Benazir Bhutto. Like, you go in ancient times, you had Hatshepsut, you had Nzinga, you had, like, these are actual humans that just happen to be women. How is it we're still flabbergasted at the concept of maybe the woman could handle it? We don't know. Is America ready? Like, it is so Riri. That'll shorten the phrase. So it's just dumb. The conversation I was watching yesterday and being a part of, I got dragged into. I was tweeting all day yesterday at Mr. Lamont King. If you're free. I got dragged into because I was going back and forth with these, this ADOS, Foundation of Black Americans, and she's not necessarily black. I was doing that whole thing, but then it like took a turn, where it was really like Fox News spent the day, disputing her citizenship claims and disputing her blackness on Fox News. I'm like, first of all, when have you cared? When have you ever cared? It's not even believable. And secondly, why does that matter to you? Like, we're all messed up. We're all. I told someone today. Germany, Merkel Angela Frankel or something. It's just weird. Like, I told somebody today. They was talking about, because Kamala did this. And I was like, I don't like her. No, did I say this yesterday? I might have said that yesterday. For the reasons I don't like her. I said it again today on Facebook. I was like, for the reasons not to like her, like, she got a white husband. That was his rap. And I was like, for real? That's... And I just don't like the fact that, they saying she black, but she might not even be black. All right. And then what? Like, what are we and so there's this shout out to all the millennials who grew up on MacBooks or whatever and Google, and they know everything and they're woke. I appreciate you. There's a place in society for you. We need you. I'm seeing all the 30 and unders, like, it's time to leave Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, it takes it granted. Just because I was born black don't mean I'm supposed to vote Democrat and all this and what you mean I'm more than a vote. So, what did I see? It was capping. They said, you capping if you think that a no vote is a vote for Trump. And I was like, wow, that's some kind of stupid. Like, that's really, so a no vote is not a vote for Trump. Like, you not voting is actually, it replaces, it replaces a vote against, and which makes it a vote for. You don't see that math? Like, and listen, I'm not the best at math, right? Okay, so a couple disclaimers. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not telling you to vote Democrat, vote Biden-Harris. I'm not telling you that black people should vote a certain way, don't vote Trump. I'm not saying that. I'm not doing any of that. You use your sound mind, but put facts into your argument. I'm not the best mathematician. I tell you, it's something that used to trip me up when I was little. I used to watch games, right? Basketball. And I used to hate Hubie Brown because Hubie Brown was such a mathematic commentator and announcer. Everything he did was math. And I wasn't really good at computing fast. And he used to say, like, they would come down. He used to forecast the score based on the pace of the game. And so somebody will shoot, miss, come down, they'll make, then they'll come back, miss again, then they'll come back and make, timeout, go to commercial. And he like, man, 76 is an 8-point turnaround. And I was like, how, they only scored twice? What do you mean? What is an 8-point turnaround? But the fact that they missed and they scored creates what's called a differential. So that differential is actually double the points that would normally happen. So in this whole voting thing, your no vote becomes a 4 vote for your opponent, because in your absence, you waive the right to compete for the score. I mean, this just, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Okay. Am I wrong? I'm not even checking y'all. This is what I was dealing with today. And it was from that crowd. It was that crowd who has, the Democratic Party has taken advantage of. Sure, they have. They have taken your votes for granted, because historically in America, in contemporary times anyway, last 60, 80 years, maybe less, black people have sided with presumably with the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party presented itself as if it was for your rights. All right, that's a chunk of time in history. That's not of all times, and it's not mandatory. It's not obligatory. It's just an association. It's a reference point in history. So you're not, I'm glad you cracked your laptop and you read, but you're not breaking news. You're not rediscovering something that everybody ain't already know. Regardless of all that shit, it's either you want Biden Harris or Trump. That's it. That's really you want conservative federally appointed judges for the next 50 years, and you stand no chance in a courtroom on American soil in the criminal justice system, or you want something different. That's it. All this other rap is it's irrelevant. Like, if we were to take over, which was there was a quiet, low-key movement. Well, I was going to say take over Republican Party. There are some blacks for Trump. Those are different. That's a whole different type of people. I'm not even ready to talk about them, but I'm talking about, we wanted to mobilize as a unit, like all of the people who historically vote Democratic, and then we all say, well, we're joining the Republican Party to make them meet our needs and interests. That's a conversation. But we don't understand the two-party system anyway to even know that that's a maneuver that we can do. We don't understand leverage. But the talk that people are doing now is like, if they ain't doing nothing for my vote, then they ain't getting it. And just because I'm staying home, like, this is the conversation today. Just because I'm staying home, don't mean it's a it's a vote for Trump. Yes, it is. It is. Shout out to the millennials. Also, I saw something. I didn't get a chance to. Shout out to Mario Armstrong, the digital spin, and what's the name of your show? Type it in there, Mario. I want to give some love to your Emmy award winning self-improvement talk show. That's the homie right there. Fellow alum. So I saw something today. I didn't know if I could vet it all the way. I didn't have time to fact check, but I saw something. It was in a meme, so you gotta, take it with a grain of salt. But we see the tricks that are being pulled with the post office. So it was saying how don't necessarily put everything on the mail-in ballots. If you plan on mailing it in, you can drop your ballot off to your circuit court clerk. So I need somebody to do the research. Let me know, because I would do that. Now the whole 8 hours in line, I'm ready. I'm for it. The whole mail-in ballot, I want to risk it. I do want to do it if the post office even exists by that time. But me going down to the circuit court to drop the ballot off in some little wooden box in the hallway at the county clerk's office, I definitely do that. I get that out the way. I would get that out the way. So if that's a thing, then I'm with it. All right. So all that to say, let the games begin. We talked yesterday about, this is a Kamdemic. They gonna go at your girl Kamala Harris. All right, wait a minute. Let's take a call real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Mr. Clarkson. What's a good word?
Oh, what's going on, bro?
Good to see you, Professor Clarkson, our executive producer. How goes it?
Oh, man, going well.
You jumping on the fact check, I hope?
Yes, I am jumping on for a fact check.
Okay.
That's correct. So what you can do inside of the state of Maryland, I'll make sure I have this up here. Yep. So state of Maryland, yes, you can drop off. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hold on, I've got a bad echo. Bam, there it is.
It was you, not me, this time.
Bet. Nope. All right, it's me. It's me. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, let's get it.
We hear you.
So I'm gonna put this in the chat room. But yes, the election Maryland state has it where you can drop off your ballot at various courthouses. So there's a whole list of places that you can drop these off at. So yeah, you will stand in line, of course, but literally, let's say, for example, I'm in PG County. There's 5 locations: College Park, Bowie Gymnasium, Kentland Community Center, Southern, Court Board of Elections. So the same thing does apply inside of DC as well, too. So if you don't feel comfortable with trusting the Postal Service, you can stand in line and drop them off at various locations. Now, you will need to fill out that ballot, make sure that your last name, first name is there, and you're going to need proof of identification. The reason why is because anybody can pick up a loose ballot. Those numbers need to match, saying this ballot belongs to me, and there you go. So that is it, and it's just a 1-2 step.
Okay, so that's Maryland specifically. We have viewers from all over, but in Maryland, is the proof of identification, is that license or just ID?
So it would be any type of ID. So
Good.
It could be state. So we'll go state or license.
Okay, good.
And you too grown not to have at least state or license.
Well, that's the whole thing with the voter suppression thing in the South. Some people don't, though. They'll have a student ID or a work permit, and that was those were the things that some of the jurisdictions were using to kind of X people out. So that's why I asked that. The other point,
a very good question.
The other point to that is like it wouldn't be no. That's why I prefer the court drop off thing, because if you pick the right time, ain't no line.
Absolutely. I mean, ideally, I'm gonna probably go soon as they open up, and get that out the way, and have all my paperwork ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'm stubborn, and I know that when I vote in this past election, I purposely watched them put my ballot in the machine. And they're like, "Sir, you can leave." I was like, "Nah, not yet."
Yeah.
Not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. So that's pretty much the move, and I'm highly encouraging everyone to do the same exact thing as regards to ballot.
I like it. All right, immediately following this show, you have Professor Clarkson's Black History Trivia.
Let's go.
Right.
The board games. Check it out. It'll be fun. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Okay, sound good. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You too can Skype in. All right, let me put the number up because I know somebody. Well, no, let me move to this next story first. Appreciate y'all first-time watchers catching the show. But I thought this was funny. So I don't know if you saw the Pence. So again, we're in a Kamdemic, right? So it's 24 hours of Kamala. It's gonna be all Kamala. It's gonna be all Kamala all the time, right? So they're setting Pence up to be a worthy adversary, which we all know he's not. He's not a talker. He's not a speaker. He's barely a person. So him going against her is going to be laughable. And I said on this show the other day that the must-see TV is the vice presidential campaign. But who cares how Biden and Trump are going to go at each other? Two old goats, two old Billy goats, old, angry, ornery white men. Who cares? The entertainment is going to be Pence, Harris, right? So day one, out the gate, greatness. When I tell you this is absolute greatness in how bad it is, this is a clip from Pence earlier today trying to take shots at Kamala Harris regarding her recent, she made an announcement that some of the things that she wants to work on legislatively include cutting back on the carbon footprint made through the food industry, because like cattle, for instance, that does severe damage to the environment, and she wants to regulate that, right? So she's coming after America's meat, and this is what your man. Hold on, wait, I gotta find it. Now I gotta find it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I had to go to my page. This is your man's attack on all right, here we go. Let's watch this together. Oh, I can't hear it. What happened?
Avalanche of red tape, more regulation,
here we go.
more bureaucracy. In fact, the California senator that he named as his running mate this week said during her short campaign for president that Americans needed to be, and I quote, educated about the effect of our eating habits on our environment. Senator Kamala Harris said she would change the dietary guidelines of this country to reduce the amount of red meat Americans can eat. Well, I've got some red meat for you. We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris even have a $2 trillion plan to abolish fossil fuels.
All right, let's go back because I got to do this again.
Rejoin the Paris Climate Accord and implement.
Let's pick this apart. I got to unpack this. Who? First of all,
Senator Kamala Harris said she would change the dietary guidelines of this country to reduce the amount of red meat Americans can eat.
Listen to the boo. Was that on cue?
I've got some red meat for you.
Well, I've got some red meat for you, Pastor.
We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
Wait, we're not done. All right, listen to the boo. So listen to the boo.
Meat Americans can eat.
All right, there's so much wrong with this. This is they just don't get it. All right, if this was a rap battle, right? Democrats lose on aggression. They don't get no points for aggression. Republicans lose on showmanship. They are the freaking worst. Who wrote this and the rehearsal? Like, how many people was in this room? Did they practice? When I get to this bar and I drop this line, I want everybody in the back go boo. And then y'all was late. Y'all was late though. Y'all was late. Listen. What are y'all doing? Like, if I'm the campaign manager, like, what are y'all doing? We just paid y'all $75 a piece and promised to fix your dental, and you can't even boo on time. Like, what are y'all doing? Like,
Americans can eat.
Pause.
Well, I've got some red meat for you.
I got some red meat for you, Reverend Pence.
We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
Okay, look. All right, I got to go back. I'm sorry. So is this the money shot? This where you thought you was bringing it home, swinging for the fences? You thought this was, man, going to kill them. And again, the people in the back missed the rehearsal. They didn't even, you hit the button. That's called a button. You hit the button And they ain't even react. Let's go back. Last time.
Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
Pause. Terrible. That might be the worst. I mean, it'd have been better if like it'd have been better. You could have used this machine and put the you know what I'm saying? Could have put the Tyler Perry House of Pain laugh track in there. Are you kidding me? So this is what you're doing. You're thinking that you can the theatrics. You've shown no personality in 4 total years. No one has ever really heard you speak. And this is the first thing you come out because you wanna spar and jab. You wanna, preemptive strike. And nah, man, this ain't it, man. Y'all, you wow. Y'all are wow, man. That was and again, so that's the lighter side. But here's the serious side. We're not gonna let them cut America's meat, right? Sounds dumb, but it's another buzzword like heritage, freedom, flag, patriot. It's a buzzword to get that rile that base up. Yeah, you're right. They're not gonna cut our meat. What? Now here's the flip. Before yeah, no, I was reading the Pete. I got some red meat for it. Ain't Pence a pastor or something? Ain't he like overly super evangelical? You can't talk like that, Reverend Pastor Pence. You can't talk like that. That's not what you should be saying. I got some red meat for you. Yeah. Pence. The other white meat. Are you kidding me? All right. But here's the flip, and then I'm going to move on. The flip is, remember the meat shortage during the lockdown? Remember the food shortage? Yeah, it was only a couple months ago. You forgot. How soon we forget. Remember that? Did they have an issue then? No, they're manufacturing fake outrage when they wanted to, when it serves the narrative. Pay attention. Pay attention, folks. So anyway, I'm gonna keep it moving. I got a chance a couple weeks ago to host. Where we at? To host the Karen Hunter show on Sirius XM, right?
The WNBA and the NBA are back.
And my first guest on that program was Jamel Hill from the Atlantic, formerly of ESPN, and great guest. I'm a big fan. Great guest, and she's got this little animated thing, and I want to show y'all. She has a podcast called Unbothered, but she did something new, differently, and it was called "Fuck It, I'm Bothered," right? In response to a trending topic, and this was her hot take, and I want to share this with you, and I'm gonna tell you why when I get done. Jamel Hill, ladies and gentlemen, the big homie. Hold on, where we at? All right, listen to this. This is dope.
The WNBA and the NBA are back, and all things considered, they found a way to coexist with this pandemic. That has not been the case for Major League Baseball. As of the taping of this podcast, they've already had to postpone 21 games because of the coronavirus outbreak. As I mentioned, no problems in the WNBA and the NBA. Why? Because they're in a bubble. Know who's not in the bubble? Major League Baseball. Know who won't be in the bubble? College football. Also the NFL. And based off what I'm seeing, that shit is about to be a full-blown disaster. Now, it's one thing if there are fuck-ups in the professional leagues. Those guys are getting paid. What's happening in college football is just downright wrong and unethical. They aren't getting paid, but the NCAA and these universities and colleges absolutely want them to risk their health because they have built an entire economy off their free labor. The Washington Post obtained an audio recording of a conference call between the SEC commissioner, Greg Sankey, and other officials and SEC players. And it just revealed the terrible and unfair position the players have been put in. One of the officials on the call straight up told them that they just had to live with the fact that there will be positive tests. One player brought up the fact that they will be on campus with students who won't be as vigilant about safety measures as they will. An official responded by saying it was on the athletes to encourage their classmates to be responsible. What kind of shit is that? Thankfully, a lot of the players are smartening up and understand that now is the time to hold NCAA leadership, these colleges and universities, all accountable. A group of athletes in the Pac-12 at various schools are threatening to boycott if some demands aren't met. Beyond better safety measures, they want 50% of the revenue to go to athletes. By the way, the Pac-12 generated $550 million in football revenue just last year. At Colorado State, players have alleged that the athletic department staff have told them not to report COVID-19 symptoms, threatening with reduced playing time if they quarantine. And they also say the school is altering contract tracing reports to keep the players practicing. That's why they need to boycott and burn this bitch to the ground. I mean that metaphorically, of course. Either way, it's time for Rome, as in college football, to fall. Stay unbothered.
Okay, then. All right, Jamel Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody add her and tell her I played her video. But yo, so I played that because I think that's fire. I think that's so dope. And wait a minute, let me put this up there because you said the same thing unsolicited that I said. Imani, that's how I want my virtual classroom to look. That's why I played it. I want to know. I need somebody. Who among you can show me how to do that? Either because you can draw, or I can get an app, one of them $4.99 joints that animates me, and I can do some. Because you can get away with way more as a cartoon than you can in any other circumstance. I think that's fly. So I'm trying to get my cartoon game up. Anybody know how to do that? That was dope. She got a Unbothered is her podcast. The big homie. She'll be on the show soon too. She said she would do this one as well, but we had to do the big satellite shit first, so it was all good. But yeah, that's cool. All right, let's keep it moving. Who among you? But it's crazy because college football, we're seeing now some of these coaches. I saw the Pac-12 yesterday. They decided to sit it out. But Nebraska a couple days ago was still talking shit. I'm like, well, we're going to play. We'll play in whoever conference will let us play. And I'm like, man, y'all are so this is very telling. College football fans, this is very telling, and people who are not fans but who outsiders looking in, is like, you're like, oh, for real? Is it that serious? Yes. You know why it's that serious? Because the coaches and those schools get big money. The players get little to nothing legally, little under the table. But these coaches get big money, and they're making it seem like they're the safe haven. College football is necessary. These kids don't have anything else. You really want these kids to come out there and risk it all for you. But maybe a handful of coaches were in the streets protesting 3 months ago. You made a statement, you tweeted, but you weren't risking it all. But you want these kids to really risk it all when the risk is still apparent. But it comes down to you not getting paid that $250 under the table this year, or the school's not getting $7 million in TV rights, or the coach is not getting 2.5 salary, and that's really all they're worried about. That's a sad situation, man. It's very offensive. And they all can really, like she said, they can all really just eat a dick. So it's a weird time, man. We're in a weird time, and hopefully things will. I don't even know if I think I want things to, or believe that they will get better. If I could say, if that's a thing, I just want shit to start being less weird. Can we flatten the curve of weirdness? Can we no new cases? Can we do that? We don't have to go in the negative, in the deficit, but can we just stop announcing new cases of weird every day? I swear, every day, just the weirdness continues. Can we flatten the curve of weirdness so we can ride out the rest of 2020 and with some level of comfort? Normalcy is gone, but at least a level of comfort, because it is just, it's unbelievable. I said today that I don't think Trump is doing the bulk of the tweeting. I don't know if you've seen in the last week or so. They just feel different. And I know he has a staff, And I know there are people watching this that know people who hold his phone or have the account. But I feel like over the last couple of days, specifically the ones towards Kamala Harris, were written by somebody else. Just the tone and the texture of the text seemed like there was somebody trying to sound like Trump, if that's a thing. And just pick up on it. I could be wrong, but just over the next few days, just watch and read and listen how they come off. And it's like it's about to get really, really messy. 10 degrees north. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Shout out to Big Zo. But anyway, there's that. So much to talk about in the news, man. You gotta get hip with all my content because the podcast we stockpiling. It's gonna be on. The Big Zo Talks and I we're launching kind of like a network with like 3 or 4 podcasts where you can get all the conversation, whatever. This little condensed hour that we got right here, it's not enough time to go over all the topics that I want to get with y'all, and even for put this right here, and even to be able to touch on the things that we want to talk about. And so y'all got to keep bringing people to this show so we can grow it and get bigger. Somebody was like a couple weeks ago, you should do 2 hours, and I was like, why? So look, just keep bringing people, keep tuning in, keep supporting. We'll have 2 phone lines to call in soon. The more you do that, and there's that. Right about now, though, as you all know, we get to a point in the show we like to leave on a lesson as we come to the end of our time and get a word from an elder in a segment that we like to call Hi, Dad.
Happy every day, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflection. Pass it on. The following lyrics are from one of my favorite songs, written by Gene White and sung by Robert Nesta Marley. Be not selfish in your doing. Pass it on, pass it on. What this means to me is that if you have words of wisdom or information that will help somebody, share it. Please share it. I was a guest on Street Senators radio show hosted by Zoe and Lamont many years ago in the DMV. This show and Let's Go Live are informative and pass on knowledge to its listeners. It is good to hear Zoe and Lamont back together passing on knowledge and insights to various situations in the world. I am happy and honored to be able to share and pass on some of my experiences with this audience. Some very profound comments show up in the chat room. Thanks for sharing. Peace and blessings to all. Alpha Papa.
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached the end of the program. That was a word from an elder. Round of applause. Keep sharing, y'all. See, he said it. I ain't even had to say it. Keep sharing. That's what he means. Pass it on, man. You get something good, don't keep it to yourself. Let everybody else have it. All right. Immediately following this program over on Facebook, Professor Clarkson's Black History Trivia Board Games, BORED. If you're bored, you ain't got nothing to do, bring the kids around the computer and take part in Professor Clarkson's board games. A wonderful situation. And that does it for us here in the Drunken Fruit Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
And unfortunately, Roland Martin, we are out of time. We're going to have to squeeze you in another time. But the rest of y'all, Monday through Friday, tomorrow, be back here, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Me and my man, John Watson, with all fun and games. And 3 to 6 tomorrow, I'm hosting Sirius XM Urban View, Karen Hunter Show. 3 dynamite guests. Paul Porter from the BET days. He put a book out called My 40 Years in Radio, Black Radio. Zoe Williams from Zoe What podcast. Got a relationship masterclass that he's dropping. And Nika King. Nika King, you might know her as the mom on Euphoria on HBO. She's coming through. It's going to be a packed show, man. So if you got serious, tune in tomorrow at 3. If not, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. For the rest of y'all Y'all be safe out there, man. Don't get in no trouble. All right?
Man, I'm just working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.